Inclusion for the Culture Club.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust. Serving Micronesia since 1938, Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus, Guam's leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime, a deadly tragedy unfolding at an LGBTQ nightclub thousands of miles away. A suspect is taken into custody. Guam's LGBTQ community showing solidarity for the victims. Plus, a reported stabbing sends a woman to the hospital, her attacker still at large, forcing police to ramp up security at the hospital until he is captured. And the officer assigned to reinvestigate a high-profile drunk driving case takes the witness stand in local court. Defense still pushing the argument that the defendant was not responsible.
Hoffman, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado. Great to have you here, starting off your Thanksgiving week. Well, a suspected hate crime that shook the nation overnight. 5 people were gunned down and at least 24 more hurt after a shooting at an LGBTQ nightclub in Colorado Springs. It was a spot that's said to typically have been a safe haven. A 22-year-old man was arrested in connection to the shooting. Though the tragedy unfolding thousands of miles away from our area, Guam's LGBTQ community speaking out and showing solidarity to those involved.
A terrifying scene at Club Q in Colorado Springs.
North Academy Boulevard, Club Q. Active shooter, all units respond.
Witnesses describe a scene of sheer terror inside Club Q late Saturday night.
I heard shots, broken glass, bodies. It was... How? Why?
22-year-old Anderson Aldridge allegedly opening fire at this gay nightclub, killing 5 people and sending at least 25 others to area hospitals.
It's very disheartening to know that senseless acts of violence like this still exist within the world. We've been very fortunate here on our island to not have experienced that, especially considering how long our show has been running. Granted, we don't have an exact LGBT club. We do have LGBT-friendly club spaces, and Icon is one of those, and we're very fortunate to have that space where we can be who we are without really having to worry about the repercussions of people's hatred.
Trinity Hufana is with the House of Diosa, the group known for their weekly drag performances at Club Icon in Tumont. The unimaginable horror had her and scores more taking to social media, sending prayers following the senseless act of violence.
I really think that people need to learn kindness, regardless of whether or not you accept the lifestyle of those who are around you. Kindness is something that should be instilled in everyone. That way people can just sort of get along with those who they find conflict with. Like, you don't necessarily have to agree with the views of other people, but acts of violence like that are completely uncalled for.
Club Q posting online the tragedy could have been worse without the help of heroic customers who stopped the gunman. The FBI investigating the potential hate crime. The shooting comes more than 6 years after the violence at the LGBTQ Pulse nightclub in Orlando, which left 49 people dead.
The House of Diosa, we stand in solidarity for all of those who were affected. We would just hope that the world learns to practice kindness and heal from this tragedy and hopefully move forward. And we would really like to see stuff like this come to an end at some point, because it's 2022. There are many, many communities out there. We all just need to learn how to tolerate and get along with one another without having to resort to such hateful crimes.
An apparent stabbing investigation has forced the local hospitals to suspend visitation hours for now. KUAM has learned a woman showed up to the Dedero precinct this morning after she had been stabbed. The woman was taken to the Guam Memorial Hospital, her condition not known at this time, but detectives with the Criminal Investigation Division are searching for a suspect. Police keeping a close watch on her for her protection. The hospital unable to comment on the ongoing police investigation, only telling KUAM that visitation was temporarily suspended. More on KUAM.com. Well, 2 men convicted in separate killings are appealing their cases in the Supreme Court of Guam. The case is going before the justices today. The first is Joshua Palacios, who was found guilty of murder. He is serving life in prison for the July 2019 deadly shooting of Keith Castro in Jigo. Palacios' attorney will argue his case on December 14th. The second appeal was filed by Juan Mendiola, who was found guilty of manslaughter for the 2020 deadly shooting of Peter Rios in Mongmong. Mandela will be back in court December 12th. A man contracted to safeguard a local charter school is arrested after being accused of stealing hundreds of dollars in cash and equipment from the campus. 27-year-old Jason Troy Toves is charged with theft of property. Court documents stating the staff at CIFA Learning Academy Charter School told police multiple items went missing, including $200 in cash, a security camera, a leaf blower, and an electronic door lock. Toves was contracted security guard for the school. He allegedly admitted to the theft after he was caught on camera stealing the items. Day 2 in the trial against Nikita Ugin, who stands accused in last year's crash in Jerry Kitchen in Tamuning. The high-profile drunk driving case again before Superior Court Judge Alberto Tolentino today. The defense attorneys David Lujan cross-examining government witness GPD officer Scott Arceo, testifying the police chief instructed him to reinvestigate the case following public outcry that alleged there was a cover-up. Defense contends Ugin was not the driver, adding that it was a security guard who witnessed the crash and saw another woman behind the wheel.
Isn't it true, sir, that, from your investigation, that you discovered throughout the investigation that the driver of this Jeep was not Nikita? Isn't that?
It was identified in the preliminary report that she was the operator, yes.
It says in the preliminary report that she's the operator.
That's correct.
But that preliminary report was prepared by an officer who was not present when that Jeep came flying into jurisdiction. Isn't that?
That's correct. It came after.
As KUAM reported, the responding officer was Chris Champion, who only wrote Ugin up for a speeding ticket and did not conduct a breathalyzer test. Champion is set to testify as well at trial, along with off-duty cop who was a passenger inside the Jeep. Rescue officials today searching the waters and land around the Port Authority of Guam after units were called to a report of an unattended dive buoy. Authorities searching just to be certain. The Guam Fire Department responding to the scene at 10 this morning. First responders using boats and jet skis to search the area around the buoy, along with the assistance of a drone, rescue divers, and surface swimmers. Port police officers also searching the shoreline. It was by around 12:30 this afternoon the search was called off after officials say they did not see anyone under the water. Well, we have more news coming up. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich. You'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
My name is Leonza Selvage, and I have a 4-year-old daughter who goes to lots of learning daycare. So with the rising cost of living, it helps tremendously with bills. I don't have to worry about paying for childcare services. Knowing that this program is offered to our people, most especially our children, I think something to definitely be grateful for. I learned about Programan Panilan from the mayor's offices here, and my initial reaction to the program, I was actually in disbelief that this program offered free childcare services to our people. I wanted to give my mom a break for a little bit, so when I found out about the program, I jumped right on it. I was relieved because childcare at no cost. I'm thankful for this program because I don't have to worry about an extra set of bills coming my way. I'm grateful to the governor, the lieutenant governor, everyone behind the scenes that made this happen.
Need help paying for childcare? Guam families can receive financial support through Programan Pinilan. Learn more and apply at guamchildcare.com.
Introducing the new Choice Bundles from GTA. Choose from the services you want and save big when you bundle. Fast internet speeds, unlimited mobile data, digital TV that you can stream anywhere, and digital home phone for Guam's most reliable network. The more you choose, the more you save. Over $1,000 a year. And for a limited time, bundle Internet 75 or higher and get a $100 account credit. Visit GTA.net and use our bundle calculator to see how much you can save. GTA, we start with you.
Mobile offers a new and convenient way to fuel your vehicle. Pay gas and go. No need to line up inside the store. Press preset. Enter whole dollar amount without decimals. Press loyalty ID and enter your mobile number or insert Smiles card. Insert and remove payment card or tap contactless credit card. Begin fueling. And don't forget to grab your receipt. Pay gas and go. It's that easy.
What you need to know from the Northern Marianas. Follow KUAM CNMI on Instagram for the latest regional headlines.
Welcome back. Several island residents were at the Guam Congress building Friday afternoon to voice their concerns and press lawmakers to call on federal officials for a more thorough assessment on the environmental impacts of a live fire training range in the north, specifically Guam's northern lens aquifer. Jonah Gacharfris reports.
Holding signs that read, "Birds, not bullets," and "Save what is sacred," several island residents deemed water protectors filled the Guam Congress building in Hagåtña to testify in support of a resolution proposed by Senator Clint Rigel. Resolution 464-36 requests Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland to push for review and assess the potential environmental impacts of the U.S. Marine Corps Base Camp Blah's live fire training range complex at Northwest Field and hand grenade range at Anderson South on the northern Guam Lens Aquifer. It also asked the armed services of the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives to pause construction related to the training ranges and withhold all current and future funding until environmental review is complete. Siobhan McManus of Protect Guam Water started off her testimony by stating what we already know. Toxic chemicals, including lead, are left behind in soil surrounding firing ranges. But how does this affect the island's aquifer?
These chemicals can travel via surface or groundwater and contaminate groundwater along with coastal and marine resources.
McManus cited a U.S. EPA study from 2012 that found a wide range of chemicals that are left in the soil can travel by rain and leach into groundwater through existing sinkholes and depressions. In the latest environmental impact survey, it notes 7 sinkholes within the perimeter of the range.
So the lack of data surrounding the potential for toxic chemicals to leach into our aquifer, as they have already at other ranges on U.S. military installations, it is more than concerning. It is a reality we have to contend with.
One by one, concerned island residents, members from Protect Tedzan, Save Retidian, and Protect Guam Water went before lawmakers, pushing immediate efforts to protect the aquifer. Also providing heartfelt testimony was Anina Tanaka.
I was around 10 when I first spoke here about the protection of the Texan. I'm now 15. This fight has been ongoing for far more than those 5 years. But change needs to happen. And I want to be able to live to see it. By the time I am a Biha, I would hope that I can say that I fought for the protection of our land and my culture and my protection, and say that we won.
Joining Rigel were also Senators Joanne Brown and Sabina Perez. Perez closing out the almost 2-hour hearing by thanking those who came out to testify, saying that resolutions are essentially the will of the people and that this particular one cannot be understated.
Resolution 464-36 is a call by the Chamorro people and everyone who calls Guam home to protect our most precious resource, the aquifer, our water, which we rely upon our nourishment, our health, our livelihood. Water is our basic need and a human right.
Jonah Gacharfris, KUAM News.
Over in the CNMI, the next governor and lieutenant governor will be known on November 25th, runoff election day. Regional correspondent Tomas Mangloña is on Saipan and met with the Republican team after they voted early. Here's more.
The Republican Party standing proud and loud behind their gubernatorial ticket as candidates Governor Ralph Torres and Senator Vinny Sablan voted early Sunday with their families alongside them ahead of runoff election day on November 25th.
Every time I ran, I was given the blessing. And throughout the years, the community believed in the leadership and believed in on what I've done for the community. So this is my last gubernatorial, and I hope that for my last term, I'm also given the blessing to serve them one more term.
His running mate, Senator Vinny Sablan, sharing that it's excitement that drew them out to the polls early.
Yeah, just spreading the word, Thomas, really showing what we're capable of, showing what we've been doing in the past in our leadership positions, and also making the people look forward to what we have in store for them, if they give us a blessing to serve them in this next 4 years.
That blessing backed by numbers for either team, a record over 19,000 registered voters this year, with nearly 15,000 showing up on November 8. Both teams watching closely the over 4,000 who can vote in the runoff even if they miss the general election. The votes this Friday will be hand-counted because ballots had to be printed on island to meet the tight runoff timeline. Independents Palacios Apatang are expected to vote this week. Tomas Manglona for KUAM News on Saipan.
It's almost Thanksgiving Day. Our Manamco are already feeling that holiday spirit, gathering for a Thanksgiving lunch this morning. Mitsuki Hirayama has more.
I'm here at the Guam Museum in Hagåtña, where the adult daycare program is hosting a Thanksgiving luncheon for Manamco. They're also hosting a silent auction with artwork created by the Manamco in the daycare center.
Our elders getting a head start on this holiday season. Music and conversation fill the air during a Thanksgiving luncheon hosted by the Mayor's Council Adult Daycare Program. Maria Timoteo is the program coordinator.
Right now, we gather here today is because of the after pandemic. This is the first celebration that the adult daycare had. So we are celebrating Thanksgiving for our senior, and also we are having our first silent auction.
It's a heartwarming silent auction. The paintings and crafts are made by the Manamco at the adult daycare centers. The proceeds going towards purchasing arts and crafts supplies and for their next holiday luncheon. I had a chance to meet one of the owners of the artwork, Remedio Sangalang.
What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving?
The party.
It's singing, the dancing.
Her daughter, Esper Carlos, tells me she's been with the adult daycare program for over 20 years.
I'm very thankful and blessed and grateful because my mom has been on the program for a long time, and before I was working, so she has a place to go while I'm at work. And then now I'm not retired, but she still go there because, for her to have activities, to keep her mind busy.
Another longtime attendee, John Leon, has been with the program for over 10 years.
During the pandemic, it was closed down. How was your Thanksgiving last year?
It's okay, just stayed home. Nothing else to do. It's better to go to the center because, a lot of friends.
Like many others, he's thankful to be spending this Thanksgiving together with his friends.
Please give the elderly all the respect and all the love that you can give, because this is our family, this is our parents, our grandparents, and showing them the love and the respect is the best gift that we can give them.
Happy Thanksgiving to all our Manamco this holiday season. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Application assistance for Medicaid was the focus of a medical outreach held over the weekend for residents of the FSM community. Daniel Pears has more.
Good health care is important to everyone, especially here on Guam, where multiple health problems are rampant. Over the weekend at the Dedido Senior Center, a health outreach took place, focusing on our brothers and sisters in the FSM community. The outreach focused on application assistance for Medicaid and other services provided by public health and was spearheaded by the Guam Regional Medical City. GRMC Vice President of Corporate Affairs, Eric Polinsky.
Our whole goal here is to try and get people either that are uninsured, enrolled in Medicaid, or if they're in the MIP program, transferred over to Medicaid to save them money and also save the government money, because if they're on MIP, the government has to fund that 100%. If they're on Medicaid, the federal government funds that 100%.
Klinsky says it's also beneficial to those that sign up for Medicaid or switch to it, giving them easier access to better health care.
If they get the insurance, Medicaid, it helps them get preventive care, so maybe they won't even need to be at the hospital. You know, they can go see a primary care physician anywhere they want, get prenatal care if they're expecting mom. That's really what the goal is, to get people to get the insurance, Medicaid, and be able to get the health care early before things get really difficult to cure and sometimes even to save their lives.
Beyond checking if residents from the FSM are eligible for Medicaid, the outreach also provided free blood glucose and blood pressure checks, patient educators to explain the importance of blood sugar and blood pressure maintenance, and help with social service applications. Members from the Micronesian Resource Center were also present and helping out with the event, as well as personnel from the consulate of the FSM, public health officials, and staff from the Guam Community College. Daniel Perez, KUAM News.
Now for a look at your world at home, here's a view captured from the 41st Japanese Autumn Festival held on Saturday at Ipoh Beach Park. A huge crowd coming out for the celebration there. The Guam National Weather Service predicting Tuesday will bring in some clouds in our skies, spots of rain with a 20% chance of us seeing some downpour.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Select Care's comprehensive medical provider network offers our members choice and access to quality facilities locally in Asia, Hawaii, and the continental United States. We provide our members several wellness programs and healthy options to improve their overall health status. Kalos Select Care, healthcare that's always there for you. Federal employees and annuitants, enroll today.
I'll be back in a sec. We can't wait forever.
Order your nacho fries, please.
Made with Mexican spices, made for nacho cheese sauce, only at Taco Bell.
For employers, workers, and those involved in construction safety, join this free residential construction safety and injury prevention training. Available in November and December. Please visit biahawaii.org or call 808-629-7505 for more.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We start the show off tonight with some girls high school rugby from the ISA League. Check it out. ISA Girls High School Rugby from the Weddingale Field in Dedido. The Guam High Panthers facing the Ukadu Bulldogs. Guam High would get on the scoreboard first. Off the scrum, the Panthers scored after punching it in off a short run. Panthers march downfield again. Siri Hawkins follows her teammate and picks up the ball going in for the second try of the game. 10-0 Guam High at halftime after both kick after attempts were unsuccessful. Number 13, Petrini Blas gets to the outside. Blas breaks a tackle and makes her way down the sideline, outrunning the defense to give the Panthers the 15-0 lead. Guam High led 20-0 after Geneva Gumaban picked up the ball and goes left, finding an opening in the defense. Gumaban goes in untouched for the try. Kaylani Baird showing her power after receiving the pass from Jordan Ellis. Kaylani moves the pile and goes in for the fifth and final try for the Panthers. Guam High picked up the win 25-7. Ukadu's number 6, Tiara Munya, prevents the shutout after getting in the try zone. The kick after attempt was good. Munya gets past the defense and dives in for the lone try here. Sharks and Dolphins hit the field next. Sanchez scored the first try of the contest. Ariana Murphelin with the long run for the score. 7-0 Sharks after the first 7 minutes of play. Southern went in for a try to get the second half started. Scoring on the opening possession, number 6 Skylar Nagalta uses her speed to get to the outside. Nagalta cuts back left and finishes off the run in the middle of the goalpost for 5 points. Dolphins go in for another score before time expired, winning the game 12-7 after the kick sailed right. Nagalta receives the ball 3 passes later, breaking 2 tackles on her way in for the try. In other news, the University of Guam women's soccer team returned to play after almost 3 years off in the Guam Football Association's Futsal League at the Guam Sports Complex. UOG walked away with the 9-0 victory over the Barrigada Crusaders. The Lady Tritons will play again on December 4th at 2 in the afternoon against the Islanders FC at the Guam Sports Complex gym.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Self-determination is a right of a people to determine their political destiny. It is a right of people and not of land.
The United States is not recognizing us as the indigenous people of these islands, of the Marianas.
But we don't have the choice. After we have all of this education, after we really understand what the current status means, what does it entail, and then what do these other status options provide or offer to us, now we have to make a decision. Now we have to decide, okay, for ourselves, what do we want?
Under colonial rule, imperialist laws, we have suffered much in the hands of the colonizer.
The political progression of the people was guaranteed, but how have we gone forward from that?
It's just completely unfair to our people.
Which is, in essence, a modern-day colony.
Every Sunday and Monday at 7 p.m. only on KGTF Channel 12, PBS Guam.
Howdy, folks. Nobody loves a Guam potluck more than I do. That's why I always bring my world-famous chicken, served any way you like it. Original recipe, extra crispy tenders, Kentucky Fried Wings, and more. All right. And nothing completes a meal like KFC's signature sides. Hot mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw, and a flaky biscuit. The world's favorite chicken, right here on the island, and only at KFC Guam. Whoops! Well, it is finger-licking good.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Finally tonight, your Cold Stone Creamery birthday shout-out submitted on KUAM.com.
Happy birthday wishes going out on this November 21st to Audrey Hope Shinahara. Happy birthday, Audrey Hope. We love you so much and your family. Also, the family wishes us at KUAM, wishing Mike Villagomez, our production manager, longtime staffer, lifelong friend, a very happy happy birthday from all of us. Mike, we hope you have a great day, man. And happy belated birthday wish to Kian Jade Chloe Napati. Happy birthday 11 to my granddaughter. Hope you enjoy your special day. Love Mommy, Sage, Kaylee, Ava Rose, Keenan, and Carter.
Happy birthday, Mike, and to all of those out there celebrating. And that's our Monday primetime show. For more news, we're always on at KUAM.com or at KUAM News on social media. Thank you, and si Diyos maasi. Stay safe and good night.
KUAM News Hotspot is brought to you by
Pacific Points, Do More, Get More, and Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
Hafide, I'm Nick Delgado. Welcome to the Hotspot. It's Thanksgiving week. May your turkey be plump. May your potatoes and gravy have never a lump. May your pies take the prize. And may your Thanksgiving dinner stay off your thighs. Happy Monday. Thank you for being here with us to get your holiday week going. Well, as Jason Salas does during each show, here's what's in our data drop for today. We check in.
The menu, brought to you by King's Restaurant, always open, always local, and Ruby Tuesday Guam, home of the fresh Garden Bar.
We check in and find out the latest with the runoff in the CNMI. The amazing kid baker Kiki Leon Guerrero is back with a great appetizer idea for that Thanksgiving function. We also tell you where you can pick up some great tasting pies baked by some of GCC's talented culinary students. And we check in with the Guam National Weather Service to see if it will be sunshine on this entire week. We are now less than a week from the CNMI's gubernatorial runoff forum, and the dozens of residents are voting early on Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. On Sunday, the Republican tandem governor Ralph Torres and Senator Vinny Sablan voting early. Regional correspondent Tomas Mingolina joining us live with the very latest from the race.
Good morning, Nick. Yes, can you believe it? We are just less than a week away from not just Black Friday, but that will also be the runoff election day, November 25th, the day after Thanksgiving here in the Northern Marianas. And early voting is still ongoing until the 24th, and that's 8:30 to 4 o'clock on Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda. And as you mentioned, hundreds of people are coming out for round 2 of early voting. And this last week of CNMI Decision 2022, the Republican team of Governor Ralph Torres and Senator Vinny Sablan voted early yesterday, and we got a chance to catch up with them right after they casted their ballots. Governor, can we just get your reflection? This is going to be the last time around. You said this is your last gubernatorial. So what has it meant to run your campaign all these years?
Just again blessed throughout my whole political career. Every time I ran, I was given the blessing, and throughout the years, the community believed in the leadership and belief in on what I've done for the community. So this is my last gubernatorial, and I hope that for my last term, I'm also given the blessing to serve them one more term.
Yeah, just spreading the word, Thomas. Really showing what we're capable of. Showing what we've been doing in the past in our leadership positions, and also making the people look forward to what we have in store for them, if they give us a blessing to serve them in this next 4 years.
Can we get a comment? And so, Nick, the last big question on November 8th, the general election day, was will there be a runoff election? And this time around, the big question on runoff election is what will the voter turnout be, and will the 61% of voters who voted for independents and Democrats show up again and defeat the incumbent Governor Ralph Torres, or will supporters of Governor Ralph Torres and those who've switched parties perhaps show up for the Republican ticket? And so we wanted to share some 2022 voters data from the general election. In the general election, there was a record number of 19,329 registered voters. The actual ballots cast on general election day, though, 14,916. That's about 80% voter turnout. And what some are calling failed to vote, about 4,000 of those people who could still be eligible to vote in the runoff election. And those are some of the votes that the Republicans and independents both say that they're trying to target. Those who didn't vote in the general, they can still vote in the runoff election. And we are also seeing that of that 14,916 who voted in the general, 14,750 voted just in the gubernatorial race alone. And so it is a numbers game as these things go, and we will know hopefully Saturday morning or late Friday who the next governor and lieutenant governor will be here in the NMI. For now, I'm reporting on Saipan for KUAM News.
And Tomas, thank you so much for bringing us that report from Saipan. Well, Buffalo, New York saw even more snowfall overnight, adding to a record-setting and deadly storm. Officials saying at least 2 people in the upstate area have died after suffering cardiac events while trying to clean up the snow. In some places, they have recorded more than 6 feet of accumulation. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
In a city used to winter, only a historic snowstorm could cause this kind of disruption. Buffalo, New York is buried under feet of lake-effect snow that has snarled roadways and frozen the city in place.
I was stuck in the intersection for about a solid 30-45 minutes and trying to rock the car out.
The whiteout conditions started Thursday and have piled on through the weekend. On Saturday, Buffalo shattered a daily snowfall record as residents struggled to start cleaning up. New York Governor Kathy Hochul declared a state of emergency across 11 counties in western New York and warned that the heavy snow could collapse roofs.
Despite the fact that it may not be in blizzard conditions, these roofs can be collapsed when you put the weight of 5, 6, 7 feet of snow on them.
Buffalo shut down mass transit and banned travel on roads Saturday. At the airport, where they recorded more than 3 feet of snow, dozens of flights were canceled. And in nearby Orchard Park, more than 6 feet of snow forced the Buffalo Bills to move Sunday's game against the Cleveland Browns to Detroit. Neighbors even helped some Bills players dig out so they could make it to the game.
The city of good neighbors.
Forecasts say the heavy snow will wind down Sunday, but more is possible later this week. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Well, it's time for another round of News Bites, the latest happenings on Guam. The Lee's Regis Art Gallery and UOG Press are partnering up for a December exhibit, Pictures That Tell a Story. Opening will be December 3rd from 4 to 6 p.m. and will showcase illustrators and the corresponding books published by UOG Press. Michele Garcia was awarded a scholarship to UOG by the Filipino-American President's Club of Guam. The $500 per semester assistance for the year will help Garcia move closer to her pursuit of an accounting degree. Angel Camacho Paulino, an advocate for the small businesses at the University of Guam's Pacific Island Small Business Development, SBDC State Stars in 2022. The 2022 State Stars, who were chosen by their SBDC networks, are among the best of the best. Those who demonstrate exemplary performance, make significant contributions to their networks, and are deeply committed to the success of America's small businesses. And Take Care Insurance Company, Inc. and 10 Holdings Corporations recently contributing $10,000 to the Japanese Club of Guam to be a diamond sponsor for its 41st annual Japan Autumn Festival. Kiki Leon Guerrero, our resident kid baker, is back, this time with a simple appetizer idea that is perfect to serve up on the family gathering.
Welcome back to Baking the Kitchen. Today we are going to be making a Thanksgiving savory appetizer. It is called sweet potato bites. The first step we are doing is we're going to wash our sweet potato, and we are going to ask a parent or an adult to cut these sweet potatoes into little circles like this. So we're just going to cut it into lines. There are 2 sweet potato bites we're going to do. Maple pecan, that's the first one. And the second one is cranberries, walnut with goat cheese. Now that you cut up all your sweet potatoes, it should look like this. The second step we are doing is we're going to put some olive oil, and we are going to also put some salt and some pepper for the seasoning. And we're going to get a big bowl and put all your sweet potatoes into it. Now that all of my sweet potatoes are in here, I am going to add all of my olive oil. And now we are going to put the salt and pepper. You don't want too much salt and pepper. Now you are going to mix it. Now that you mixed it all, you should lay it on a pan just like this. We preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And we are going to leave it in there for about 20 minutes to get soft. The next step we are doing is we're going to add 4 ounces of goat cheese and a little bit of milk and 1 tablespoon of rosemary. And we are going to put it in a bowl to put it in the mixer. The next thing that we are doing is we are going to cook our butter on the thing. And then we are going to put the pecans to toast them onto the thing. Make sure you have a parent watching you. My mom is watching me right now. So, because the fire is super hot, it can burn you. As it's toasting, I am just going to add a little bit of maple to make it sweet. I am going to add some maple syrup so it can be more tasteful. Now we are going to mix it. It's going to be bubbling just like this. That means it's toasting and the maple syrup is cooking. Next, now that we finished our maple pecans, we are going to do our walnuts. We are going to also toast the walnuts the same way we did the maple pecans, but we are not going to put any maple. Look at our sweet potato bites. They are out of the oven and they are toasted. Make sure an adult broils them. My mom broiled mine, and you always have to keep a good eye on it because you don't want it to burn. Now we are going to put the toppings on the potato bites. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take a little bit of the goat cheese, and I'm going to show you the example of what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take it like this much, and I'm going to put it on the bite, and I'm going to spread it. And then I am going to put some pecans on, and the walnuts on, and make sure they're toasted. And now we are going to put the cranberries on. I'm going to at least put like 4 on this one. And then we are going to drizzle some honey, which is right here. You don't want too much honey because it is a savory appetizer. So you don't want too much honey because then it's going to be too sweet. So you just want just a little drizzle. That's as much as you can put. And the maple pecans are super easy because all you have to do is you already put the maple and the pecans and toasted them. And it's super easy because you can also just put it on the thing, and that's the only thing you have to do, nothing else. And then we are going to do all the rest, and we'll show you them all after. We are finished. It is perfect for a Thanksgiving appetizer. Don't forget, it's called Sweet Potato Bites. Thanks for baking with Kiki. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving there, Kiki. Thanks for sharing that. Keep it here because coming up, we will tell you where you can order and pick up some delicious pies for the Thanksgiving luncheons. Keep it here to the hotspot.
I can't make that amount work right now.
Mom, what is it? Can I get new basketball shoes?
We'll see.
Can I please have $20 for my field trip?
I don't know. Can I go to my friend's house after school?
Anak, hindi pwede.
We're all trying our best to make ends meet.
The governor's child care programs are helping businesses and working families care for Guam's kids. This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services. Visit guamchildcare.com to apply today.
My name is Lisa Tahaji. I'm from the village of Yamatic. I lost my job during COVID. For 1 year, I was staying with a family member, but I knew I had to find a place to stay. I was desperately looking for a home. I found out about the Relief Center from the Governor Liu and Lieutenant Governor Josh's Facebook page. I wasn't sure if they could help, but I thought I'd take a chance. I walked into the center and the staff were so understanding and compassionate, they helped me. Within a week, through their assistance, I was called to sign a lease agreement. My kids and I now have a roof over our heads, and I'm grateful for the help of the administration and the Relief Center. For anyone who needs any government assistance, I encourage you to visit the Relief Center. They are there to help.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
Welcome back. Well, looking for something to bring to that Thanksgiving gathering, the Guam Community College's GCC Intermediate Baking and Pastry student chefs hosting a Thanksgiving pie sale. Today is the last day to place your order, though, and purchase it. Joining us from Manila with more is Daniel Perez. Daniel, we're hungry already.
Happy and good morning, everybody. Coming to you live from the Guam Community College here at the Culinary Kitchen. And I'm joined by 3 of its students in preparation for a Thanksgiving pie sale that's actually ongoing right now, and they are all here to tell me about it. So, Alex, pies for Thanksgiving is really a staple dessert, and you guys are selling it. Could you tell us what type of pies you guys have going on right now?
Sure. So for our pie bake sale, we have our pumpkin pie, and also our chocolate pie.
And, you know, you guys did mention that today is the last day to actually order one of these 3 pies. But if there are still people who are interested, where can they come here? Is it actually here at your Culinary Kitchen, or can they call a certain number? How about you, Vincent?
Yes, so they can come here to the Culinary Kitchen. Today is the last day to order a pie. And if you want, you can text 671-686-2194. And that's Chef Bertrand, and he'll be able to take your order. But just a heads up, we cap at 300. So we're about upwards of 250 right now. So just a heads up. Yeah, it's very popular.
So there's, I guess, 50 slots left. Jez, what is the most popular out of all of these 3, from the custard, pumpkin, even to the chocolate? What is the most popular one that our island residents order here?
I would say the most popular that people would usually request would be custard pie.
Custard pie, and you know, I'm just mouth-watering just thinking about all these delicious pies. And if you guys notice, there's actually 2 pumpkins right here, and I'm pretty sure that these are going to be used for some of these pies. Could you tell us all about it?
Yeah, so the pumpkin pies are actually, we're using fresh pumpkins, and shout out to Cost You Less. Thank you for donating the fresh pumpkins to us. So we're actually utilizing these pumpkins and making fresh pumpkin pie.
So fresh pumpkin pie, guys. You can order up until today. What is the last time to order, the last minute to actually come by and order some of these pies?
I would say 5 p.m. today. The kitchen's going to start closing shop at 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. would be our last call.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it here first. The last day to order these pies is today. You can head over here to the GCC Culinary Kitchen or check out that number that Vince gave out. In the meantime, we'll throw it back to you in the studio, Nick.
All right, thanks, Daniel, for that report. Mike, you heard right there. You can just head over to GCC's Culinary Kitchen for your pie today. Well, coming up, we check in with NWS and see how the weather is going to be for All your Thanksgiving festivities, keep it here to the hotspot.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
MTO Maintenance will now completely sanitize your home, office, or business with state-of-the-art commercial sprayers. For over 30 years, MTO Maintenance has been committed to the health and safety of our customers. And now, more than ever, a clean home, office, carpets, and furniture is a necessity to our island. Give us a call today. Stay healthy and stay safe, Guam.
Call 647-6861 for an appointment.
I want my streaming. I want my TV. Ooh, streaming TV. Switch between live TV and your favorite streaming apps with DTV Plus from Docomo Pacific. Watch your shows and multiple devices all at the same time, all from your home Wi-Fi. No cable lines, no hassle, more savings for only $35 a month with your link bundle. DTV Plus, your cable TV on Wi-Fi. Ooh, streaming TV.
It is Monday, everybody, so we take a look at the weather, and we are taking a look at the wonderful kitchen of Landon Aidlet from the National Weather Service's parents. He is actually away on a trip right now, rocking the, I can't even call that an ugly sweater, Landon. That's a
I was trying to find the ugliest sweater I could, and I found a couple over here at Marshall's and also Walmart. They have actually have a pretty good display of sweaters and sweatshirts available this year. So they're really buying into this ugly sweater theme. And so Brandon and I, who's working the camera this evening or this morning, and
there he is
in Guam time,
we can tell he's the Aidlet twin with the wedding ring.
Yes, we're going to be zipping back over to Guam tomorrow afternoon from Savannah, Georgia, where we wrap up our conference week from last week, and then flying through Newark
nice
to
this
Tokyo.
time of year.
Oh, Savannah was fantastic. It was our first time over into downtown Savannah. It's so beautiful, historic, and well preserved. So we had
God
a great
save
conference
Savannah
last
and
week.
the men and women she propagates. I remember that.
Yes. It was a great week, and now we're spending a couple times with our mother. She's over on the couch over there. Go get her on camera right quick. Embarrass her for us.
Oh, half a day, ma'am. Oh, there she is. Just
and our
hanging
stepdad's
out.
right here next to me.
So, oh, hello, sir. Half a day.
They said hello.
Okay, and of course,
so we have
men are setting up their laptops and everything like that. You're obviously looking at charts and everything, and I know obviously the question on everybody's mind, probably including your own and your twin brother, is what's the weather going to be like on Thanksgiving for us?
Yeah, fortunately, the weather looks pretty good. We're looking at pretty much of a solid trade wind pattern across the Mariana Islands through most of the week. We have a circulation that's threatening to pass through near or south of Guam for the weekend, but the week ahead, at least Wednesday, Thanksgiving Day, and Friday, doesn't look to be so bad. So we're going to see these trade wind showers, just a moderate trade wind pattern at least the next several days. And this is the wider picture. The ITCZ is active across Micronesia. That's going to keep generally well to the south. But later in the week, we're going to see this ITZ generally lift slightly northward, and that could bring us more showers come Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And of course, we all know Friday is Black Friday, but for us on Guam, it's going to be Black Friday at the Micronesia Mall as we bring out the Lincoln Logs to benefit Toys for Tots. But yeah, the next several days, not so bad. All the clouds are topped right about 20,000 feet. So that's going to be free of any thunderstorms the next couple of days with a steady trade wind flow and combined seas of around 4 to 6 feet, building later in the week with a north swell increasing by the weekends and also increased winds across the region from the east. So those are the main concerns. Not at all a bad week to bring the family and friends together and get ready for Thanksgiving. But we're going to come right over here. This is what we're going to be dealing with at the airport the next couple of days. We have more logs coming to Guam. So these are going to be going into our new towers. We have 3 towers planned for Micronesia Mall coming up Block Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if you have any time in your shopping schedule, come over to the Micronesia Mall near the men's Macy's department store, where we will be building not 1, not 2, but 3 unique towers.
Okay,
this
real
weekend.
quick,
So we're gonna have fun.
quick question. Yeah, question for you, good sir. Because are those the kind of Lincoln Logs that even like a noob like me could buy like a toy store, or are you using like some sort of custom like reinforced wood given the height of the structures you're building?
Yeah, these are custom-made blocks from a builder a woodworker in Minnesota. I found him online, and it's called Clydesdale Cabins. But we're also using blocks called Temple Tree Timber. So these are all compatible brands to the Lincoln Log brand of blocks. And so most of our blocks that we used in June were Temple Tree Timbers. But this guy out of Minnesota, he's been able to work with me and give me some specialized blocks that Lincoln Logs and Temple Tree Timbers do not make. And so one of our towers this coming weekend, we need some specialized blocks to build the construction that we need. And so we're shipping all these logs back with us to Guam, and they're going to be a new type of construction that we've never done before. So we are
okay. So what kind of wood are those made of?
I'm not sure what type of wood it is, but it smells good. Come over to the mall and you can take a great whiff. It smells like I don't know if it's cedar wood, but it's a very good solid wood, and it has a great Christmassy smell about it. So
nice.
Come out to the mall and take a whiff, and donate some toys too.
Because I was thinking about, and just so, I mean, we can never say this enough. What was the precise height, like down to the inch of the structure that when you and your twin brother and all of the volunteers who came out and helped you guys out at the Agana Shopping Center, what was the exact height of that? Because I'm thinking that's a lot of the way gravity works and physics. That's a lot of compressed pressure, and you can't just build straight up. You have to have like struts and support beams and everything like that. So I mean, you need some pretty sturdy wood to get that going.
Yeah, we were at 25 feet 11 inches in height back in June, and that was using 74,000 blocks. Now our collection exceeds 90,000 blocks, and we're going to try to use all 90,000 blocks this week. But our tallest construction would be right about, our tallest building is going to be about 20 feet. So we're capping them in height, but we're going to build multiple towers since we're going to have more blocks to work with. And so we're going to have our second tower that we're going to build. Hopefully, we'll build one tower completed on Friday. We start the second one on Saturday. That's going to be the fun one. And many of us on Guam will recognize the specific high-rise that we're going to target. But we're going to be using blocks that we've never used before. The Guinness will not allow us because of the special design that we're going to need to accomplish this tower.
Want a real taste of New York? The classic New York pizza offers a big, bold taste that's a Guam favorite. It's handmade with 16 inches of foldable crust, a sweet marinara sauce, and your favorite topping. And at 30% larger than our large, classic New York pizza is only $10.99 for carryout. Bring together your family and friends for a classic $10.99 for carryout. Classic New York pizza, so close you can taste it. Only at your Pizza Hut.
My name is Leonza Selvage, and I have a 4-year-old daughter who goes to lots of learning daycare. So with the rising cost of living, it helps tremendously with bills. I don't have to worry about paying for childcare services. That this program is offered to our people, most especially our children, I think something to definitely be grateful for. I learned about Programan Panilan from the mayor's offices here, and my initial reaction to the program, I was actually in disbelief that this program offered free childcare services to our people. I wanted to give my mom a break for a little bit, so when I found out about the program, I jumped right on it. I was relieved because childcare at no cost. I'm thankful for this program because I don't have to worry about an extra set of bills coming my way. I'm grateful to the governor, the lieutenant governor, everyone behind the scenes that made this happen.
Need help paying for childcare? Guam families can receive financial support through Programan Pinilan. Learn more and apply at guamchildcare.com.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson. It's coming. The time of year we've all been waiting for. Prepare yourself. Because on November 25th, 2022, Breeze 93.9 FM goes strictly Christmas. All day, every day through January 1st. So get ready for Christmas music 24/7 on the stations playing the soundtrack of your life.
KUAM Digital presents a series highlighting the wide array of talents on our island. Whether they're a standout gamer, extreme athlete, performer, or have a unique skill to show off, we're showcasing them every month on Wow Factor. Brought to you by Mountain Dew. Do the do.
And before we go, here is our weekly question we pose to you all. What is your favorite part of Thanksgiving? Post up your responses on Facebook or Instagram. And that's our show. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tonight on Primetime.